Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about some big XRP, Solana, and Cardano news, okay? And this is what we're looking at, and kind of something that does get me interested, more so in respect to ETFs, okay? I'm not a big proponent of ETFs. Yes, I know for capital inflows, it's great for liquidity, all that good stuff. This is something that I do want to mention because it is something that I've talked about in live streams and previous videos. This is kind of what gets me going when we talk ETFs and something more so that I believe in. So I want to share with you guys my thoughts here in this video. As always, guys, please remember, none of this is financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence. And let's talk some crypto, all right? Post-Powell, we've seen some great movements. The top 100 is booming, and there are a lot of opportunities right now in the space that a lot of people are making moves. You've seen some great longs, and this is definitely a trader's market. So I do want to share with you guys where we're at within these three respective cryptos. XRP trading at $3.10, Solana back above 250, and Cardano, we're taking on $1 as we are trading at 93 cents currently, okay? If you are making moves and trading crypto, I am partnered with BITUNIX. I have a 25% bonus to your futures deposit, all right, up to $4,000 USDT, or 4,000 USDT, I should say. So if you want to take advantage of that promotion, sign up using my link down below. Make sure it's right for you, where you're located, do your research and due diligence. But this is my trading platform that I trade on, and check it out. And it's a great promotion going right now for all you spot and leverage traders, okay? But this is what we want to talk about. And like I said, I'm kind of a glass half full person when we talk about ETFs. But Grayscale, BlackRock, the big boys, this is where we are looking at a Grayscale ETF that will be tracking XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Now, these are three cryptos that I personally favor. I do talk about them a lot, and this is what we're going to see hit Wall Street after the SEC pause. Now, this is kind of revolutionary in a way because I've always been a proponent of ETFs being used similar to what we see in traditional finance, okay? I don't want to see a Solana ETF in itself. I want ETFs to give exposure to multiple different cryptos and being offered to people in the traditional side of finance that they want exposure, but they don't necessarily want to just pick and choose one crypto, okay? So I could get on board with this. I'm kind of in favor of it, actually. But now that we look at it, this is something where, yes, they do track XRP, Solana, Cardano, along with Bitcoin and Ethereum. This was primed for its debut on the New York Stock Exchange following that long-sought approval from the SEC. And now that we've seen this is the large cap fund has a permission to be listed and traded following an indefinite pause that we saw back in July, okay? So otherwise known as the GDLC, this is expected to begin trading on Friday. And unlike the traditional Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs that debuted last year, this will be tracking the 5 largest and most liquid digital assets, okay? We see an overwhelming proportion to Bitcoin and also Ethereum 17%, and respectively, we will see XRP, Solana, and Cardano accounting for 5.6%, 4%, and 1% of the fund exposure. This is a quote taken out from CEO Peter Mintzberg on X, talking about the Grayscale team to expeditiously bring the first multi-crypto asset ETP to the market. Now, thanking the SEC for its unmatched effort in bringing the regulatory clarity to our industry as it deserves. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is a huge move forward. I can get on board with this ETF. It's a multi-asset exposure traded fund. That's fine and dandy. I think this does a lot. I think that we've seen Bitcoin, Ethereum in motion, and I'm not really quite sure what this has brought the crypto world. Yes, it has stimulated the markets. It's given exposure to a lot of different people out there in the space, but I think it's just a way to more so capitalize on fees and let the banks be banks, and I'm not really too big of a fan of that, okay? So that's just my take. You guys can disagree with me. I just wanted to share with you about what's actually happening. Now, food for thought, Dogecoin, the first meme coin ETF is supposed to go live today, so that's another ETF conversation to be had, but this is kind of backing up the next logical step as we've talked about. Now, this is coming from this is coming from Nate Gerasi, talking about the ETF Institute co-founder, saying that they should also be applauded for laying the groundwork here. And something that I wanted to share with you guys, Kristen Smith, president of Solana's Policy Institute, telling Decrypt that the introduction of a diversified crypto ETP holding multiple digital assets is the next logical step along this journey. Okay, so this is just kind of piggybacking off of the narrative, right? Crypto's booming. it's the most positive market in terms of sentiment that we've ever had, with Trump leading the charge in Washington. Good, bad, ugly, whether you voted for him, didn't vote for him, don't care. The vote for Trump was a vote for crypto. We've all talked about that. And that's kind of where this is the next step as we continue for mass adoption. Having a multi-asset ETF in the fold, this is bullish. Okay. So very, very excited about this one. I'm a crypto trader. I don't need an ETF to trade crypto. I won't be using this product, but for a lot of people that are looking for exposure out there in other places and wherever it may be, it's a nice stepping stone. Okay, so wanted to break this news for you guys. We'll see kind of how this takes shape. But 5 of the cryptos, for all that it's worth, that I do talk about a lot: Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and Cardano. This is a great step forward in the hopes of mass adoption. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Thank you all for tuning in. Give me a couple minutes of your time. If you haven't hit that like button, please subscribe down below. Join us here on the channel. And yeah, let's keep this gas pedal push forward. Like in the last few days, the market sentiment has been strong. We'll see where it takes us into the weekend, but we'll have updates along the way. So appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.